what's going on, guys? It is Foxydude here. Welcome back to a brand new episode of my F1 2021 Mercedes mod career mode. We're here for the 15th round of the season. We've got 2 more races to go in this championship, and we pretty much just dominated the whole season, but it's a Mercedes, so what do you expect? But thank you very much for all the love and support you've been showing throughout this entirety of this little modded career mode. You guys have been really enjoying it, and I'm really pleased that you have done, because obviously, I mean, I love Mercedes-Benz, and you guys are actually supporting it. It's about the fact all I do is win. But nonetheless, though, we're here for the Mexican Grand Prix. If you enjoyed today's video, though, drop it a like, subscribe if you're around here as well, and let's get straight into the video then.
Listen up, everyone. They've announced that the technical regulations are changing for next season. Now, there's a risk a lot of our hard work could be undone if we're not careful. So let's figure out how to mitigate this. Drivers, take a look at the developments we have and let us know what you want to invest in protecting. All right, everyone, let's get on top of this.
Why the hell is there a regulation change after Mexico, or during Mexico? They've literally guaranteed to slow the cars down heading into this weekend. Heading into next season, sorry. I mean, I'm not doing another season, obviously, but why would you put regulation change in after Mexico? That kind of tempts me now to maybe do one of those like pre-season bids that people do to see what it would have been like. We'll find out, but anyway, let's get a cheeky little look and see what's going on, and find out where we are actually going to lose some performance, because we're definitely going to. Okay, so I just went to go back into the garage to check, and we're actually by quite some. Do something a little bit risky here. So the energy store, where is it? Is here. So it's on 60% at the moment. I've got a fresh one here. It's going to take 10 minutes to fit, and there's 10 minutes left in the session. Just because it's quite heavily worn and I'm not able to get a lot of deployment. So I'm going to take a gamble. Hopefully this will, if we change to inters, then I've truly messed this up. But I don't think we're going to be able to change to the intermediates. And I think we should be fine to get through. So 15 minutes then until the intermediates go on. Hamilton's going to carry on for another lap. I don't think I'm going to get knocked out unless they did actually go for inters, in which case I'm royally fucked. And they did go for inters, so I am royally fucked. Oh, you're... So, that's not worked. How's Gasly got through on wet tyres? Oh, well, never mind then. I'm starting at the... Fuck. You know what? Considering everything, let's just take a brand new everything. Don't even care. Yeah, let's have everything brand new and fresh and sexy. Because why not? If we're going to get penalised, might as well start last.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Perez, Charles Leclerc and Stroll, Norris, Gasly, Vettel and Kevin Magnussen, Grosjean, Sainz. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Antonio Giovinazzi and Albon, Ocon, Fiat, Kimi Raikkonen and George Russell. Latifi.
Does anybody else want grid penalties? Fucking hell. I think half the grid had penalties. Jesus Christ. It's the F1 2020 grid penalty simulator. What is this? We're going to edit the strategy though. I want to start the race on the mediums and then do 2 sets of softs. I think it'll be the fastest strat. So let's just try and find a good window to box on both occasions. It says it's going to be slower, but I'll be on the mediums and then I'll have a bit of clean air and then I can just blast on a set of softs and yeah, have some fun with it. So that's what we'll do. So they gave me a 5-place penalty. Apparently Raikkonen's starting on hard tyres. That's fascinating. I'd like to pass him into turn 1 then. And as expected, he's an absolute... Into the first corner. Barking dogs. A little bit of a smack there. That'll do. P10. Distracted, but still good. I wanted to go around down the inside of Gasly, but he sort of cut me off then. But we're going to just sort of take the racing line. Already up into 9th place. What a start!
Right, we're looking good so far.
Lewis leads the race. I think one of the Alpines is in 2nd, so I need to get through this field quickly, otherwise Lewis will absolutely bolt. That's a fact. As we press onwards now. See if we can try and find a way past Lando as quick as possible. Wasn't expecting to do it here, but we will anyway. Oh, that's a bit deep on the brakes. I'm sorry, I cannot complain with that first lap in the slightest. That's like 12 places gained in 1 lap. And we're right in contention now. Catching up to Stroll. I'm not catching up to Stroll. I've just looked at the Delta. He's actually getting ahead of me here. Flipping heck. Wasn't expecting Stroll to break that early. I mean, he did, but I wasn't expecting it.
Brilliant. Nice move.
We've got Stroll now.
DRS will be enabled this lap.
I think we're about 8 tenths slower than that lap than Lewis.
And in the DRS.
And the drivers in front now will start to not use their engine modes, which is going to be key. So we can start to really press up onto the back of them. What a run out of that corner. That was a great run, actually. Vettel now has to go to the inside. And we'll go around the outside. Force him wide a bit. It's a brilliant exit. I'm getting annoyed here because he's got DRS on Verstappen, but it's not going to matter this time around. As we go around the outside of Charles Leclerc. He might try and switch back me, but he won't. This pace is impressive right now. Really happy on these medium tyres. Got a lot of understeer though. Turns out I've got a little bit of front wing damage. It's just a tiny bit yellow on the, as you can see there, from the understeer. I'll try and get it up now. There it is. There's the front wing damage. We're not overheating the tyres, so it's a little bit annoying. Missed my gears then. It's awkward. Stay on board here because I think we're going to get Max on this straight. He's going to have DRS though. I think he's a bit too far ahead. I don't know how good that Red Bull is in a straight line compared to what I've got. Yeah, I'll get him. We'll drain the battery. Yeah, that's fine. We pulled him out of the slipstream. That's all we needed to do. You can have the DRS, but as long as I can pull him out of the slipstream. Take a wide line in. Perfect. Ooh, that's a back end slide there. Verstappen's still on my tail. But, yeah, he's not going to pass. Ooh, dear. Struggling on the brakes a lot in this race. Ah, for God's sake, I didn't get the traction that I wanted out of the last corner. I mean, he's 8 tenths back, 7 tenths back, I'm only 2 tenths back. I'm going to drain the battery here, try and get Perez to drop out of the slipstream with Ricciardo. He's not going to. Yeah, he is. Easy move down the inside. Cut the inside, nice. Right, up into 3rd place now. Finally then we can get to the back of Ricciardo now and try and get it past him. And then Hamilton is about 6 seconds up the road. It's not as much as I thought it would be. So that's kind of positive. And plus, around Mexico you tend to be faster than the AIs anyway. It's a very easy track for the player. So we'll just look at closing the gap down when we get some clean air. There's the turbulence again coming in. I might change my wing in the pit stops, you know, just to try and mitigate some of the understeer that we're getting. There we go. Catching Ricciardo now. Just draining the battery. To the outside we go. And brake nice and late into turn 1. Super late, in fact. And then we'll just take the inside line. Short shift up the gears to stop the wheel spin. Boom. And now ahead of Daniel Ricciardo. And up into 2nd place now in this race. Hamilton 5.7 up the road. But of course we're going along on this first stint on these medium tyres. I am definitely probably going to change this front wing in the stops. I know that we're on high fuel at the moment with medium tyres, which is also going to compensate for us being slightly slower. But what I'll probably end up doing is just seeing how the car feels in these next few laps now in clean air and making a judgment then. Right, so there's confirmation then. Lewis pits. Probably went a little bit longer than I expected. I do expect him to go out on another set of softs, so that's exactly what he's done. So in the next stint, we'll be matching on tyre compound. We'll both be on the soft, but then it'll be on the last stint where we'll both be on different strategies again. That's my second warning. I've got one more before I get a penalty, so I need to calm down on that. I am also definitely going to change my wing at the stop. Hopefully Stroll gets ahead of Hamilton, actually. He does... Well, they're going to go side by side, so that'll lose him some time. But yeah, I'm really struggling for braking and also for turning into a lot of the corners with the damage in the front wing, so I'm definitely going to change it in the stops, but... Let's just keep pushing, because Lewis is going to gain a lot of time now, especially with me changing my wing and him being on a fresh set of softs now, so... Critical phase coming up soon, but I have confidence that we can then pull it back in the later stints. Bollocks. To be honest, that was inevitable with the understeer that we've been getting in this car.
We'll go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
So, yeah. Right, we've got a time penalty then to deal with. That's not good. Okay. Right, we're boxing this lap anyway, but... Small margins, but we do get a time penalty then, which is going to get added on. Hamilton's been closing that gap quite rapidly. I've set to change the front wing and the stop, so they should change it now. We'll rejoin behind, probably Verstappen. Yeah, they're going to change it, thank God. Yeah, it's just made my task that much harder. I really didn't need that penalty put onto me, but that's what you get for track limits. I think we'll be behind Verstappen, so we'll have to overtake Verstappen, Perez and Ricciardo. Maybe even the Ferrari, actually, of Leclerc. I'm just looking now at the gaps. Maybe even Leclerc as well, actually. Yeah, I think we will. So we might be tight. Actually, no, we'll be okay. Right, okay. So we're currently 5th then. We got a lot of work to do if we're going to win this Grand Prix. Just going to keep our heads down. Oh, it's the yellow flag. What's that for? It's for one of the AlphaTauris. I nearly said Audis then. Because I had the Audi model for the AlphaTauri model for the Audi, sorry. So much faster in these soft tyres. Any safety car? No. We'll go and have a quick look at it though and see what happens. Probably a mechanical issue, I would have thought. Yeah. Oh, it's an engine failure actually, so a little bit different there. For Pierre Gasly, unfortunately, he's out of the Grand Prix. Engine failure for him. No safety car though, which is a bit annoying. But we're now trying to see if we can find our way past Max. Oh my God. I'm actually going to pull that off as well. Oh, lick my face. That is a great move. Back end sliding for Perez. We should be able to get him as well on this straight. He'll be quick, but not as fast as me. Bye-bye. See you later. Good job. Right, past him. Next is Hamilton's 12 seconds up the road. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right, that's just all a bit shit, isn't it? 12 seconds plus my 3-second time penalty to catch Lewis. Hello, my friend. How you doing? I'm going down inside of you now. Thank you very much. Could have waited to the other straight, but I had such a great run, there was just no point in waiting.
Right, some information on Ricciardo. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
I just passed him and now he's got an issue. Why didn't he have an issue earlier? Doesn't matter, we set the fastest lap of the race. Gap 11.3. This purpose of this whole stint now is just to... We don't need to change anymore. This whole stint now is just trying to nip away at that gap. Well, I've been chipping away at it, and you can see on your screens there, the gap is now just 2.1 seconds between myself and Lewis. It was obviously 12 seconds a long while ago. We got another yellow flag out there, though. That might cause a safety car, which will be interesting if it does. But we've got so much pace around here. Versus Lewis, anyway. It is going to be Ocon that's out. Will that cause a safety car? No. Nothing causes a safety car in my career mode. Just going to have a look at it, though, quickly. I might have gone past him. No, I didn't. Where is he? Esteban! There you are. Let's have a little look here. He actually was one of the people that got a grid penalty as well. But as you can clearly see, he pulls over to the side of the circuit. His is just a mechanical failure. Nothing too crazy on that end. So, rip Ocon. But for us, though, we're still chasing Lewis. You can see him right in front of us. So, yeah, we got so much more pace. So, the gap that I was initially fearing, I really wasn't. Well, not that I really wasn't. I was genuinely fearing the gap, but I shouldn't have feared it. And there goes Lewis into the pits then. So he's on course then to run the mediums. If he goes to the hards, genuinely he's got issues. He shouldn't go to hards, but there you go, medium tyres. Let's see then if we can just try and put a bit of a gap. He might actually close up to us for a little bit. But we'll be on soft tyres at the end. So the fact that we closed 12 seconds or so to Lewis, or 10 seconds let's say, in this time that we did when we were both on softs, versus him now on mediums and me on another set of softs, you'd have to say it is game over, but anything can happen, so we need to keep our wits about ourselves. Let's get ourselves to our stop now. Okay then, here we go. It's time for stop numero dos, as we're going to come in now for another set of soft compound tyres. We pulled a gap actually on Lewis, about half a second, so this is going to be really close out of the pits. I think we will have to overtake him on track, but still, we've got... I'm confident that this race is in the bag. In fact, I might actually rejoin him. No, I don't think I will. I think I'm going to have to overtake him on track. Fair enough, we can do that. Yeah, he's going to come out. Oh, this is super close, this one is actually. He's just ahead of us. Ah, Lewis boy. Why? It's fine, I'll overtake him. In fact, I'll probably just try and do it here if I can. Set myself up. Sort of overset myself up then. Never mind. I could dive it down the inside. Or do I just wait for DRS and then go for fastest lap? Well, that's a clever shout. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to wait for you, Lewis. You know what? You do your own thing. I know I've got a time penalty, but I'm really not in that much of a problem here. I'll wait. I'm patient. You know, I'm a good guy. Patience is key. Okay, now I'll pass you. If you don't mind me, Lewis. Now I will. Get the power down. Open up the saps. Drain some of the battery. Goodbye. Au revoir. Into turn 1. And then we'll get DRS again into turn 4. It's just all good in my land. See you later. Hasta la vista. That's the lead. And there we go. 1 minute 13.9. New fastest lap. Job done. Bingo's in the bag. We're just going to bring the car home now. Build up the 3-second gap that we need to because we've obviously got the penalty. And that is my life sorted. You really need to move, Mr. Alfa Romeo. You're not going to move, are you? Nope, we're just going to abandon that idea, are we? Not really moving out the way, are you? You little bastard. Giovinazzi. Jesus. You have Nazi as your surname. That's a criminal offence. Oopsie daisy. That's not how you want to finish a race. I'm so glad I didn't break my wheel. I swear down. That would have really fucked me off. Oh, Jesus. Nonetheless, though, we're going to come around the final 2 corners and win just with half a front wing, but it's fine. We take the we take the win. We take the championship. I was still pushing and just having some fun, and I nearly backfired, and I did crash, but I didn't break my wheel. So, all in all, nice cheeky bit of naughtiness there. As you can see then, it's a lovely shot, isn't it? It's in the stadium section as well. Winning the World Championship for Mercedes-Benz. That's what we set out to do, and that's what we've done. So, it's a bit awkward that I'm doing donuts with a broken front wing. Oh, this is funny. Look at it. Oh, that's annoying. But yeah, I mean, overall, this track is so easy for the player. It always has been. It's like Singapore and Canada in a way. So, you know, there was a lot of margins to make up, but it was kind of inevitable that we were going to be in a good situation there. Oh, I forgot you celebrate, don't you? That's cool. Yeah, we take those. We take those. Moving swiftly. Oh, yes! Yes, Toto, give us a hug, mate. Yes. Oh, why do I have to hug Matt? I don't want to hug Matt. I want to hug Toto again. No, stop it. I want to go Toto again. Fucking boring me now. Anyway, here is the race classification. I thought there was another cutscene, not gonna lie, so I shut up. We won by 6.9 seconds. Obviously, it was 9.9, but we had the 3-second time penalty. Plus, we crashed ahead of Hamilton. And then the rest of the field team, we've got Verstappen, Perez, Ricciardo, Leclerc, Norris, Vettel, Stroll, and Albon, Sainz, Kvyat, Grosjean, Magnussen, Raikkonen, Russell, Giovinazzi, Latifi, Ocon, and Gasly. Looking at the Drivers' Championship, 57 points clear Hamilton with just one race to go. Verstappen is third ahead of Leclerc, and then it is Perez who gets in front of Stroll again, and then it's Albon ahead of Vettel, Sainz, Ricciardo, Ocon, Gasly, Norris, Raikkonen, Grosjean, Kvyat, Magnussen, Giovinazzi, Russell, and Latifi. Constructors' Championship, it is 643 points to our name. As we go into the final round, we are looking to try and get up to 680 odd points. Can't get the 700 points this season, which is a shame, but it is what it is. We move. Let's go back into the laptop. Right, so here we are then on the laptop again. What we're going to do is quickly save this part here, which is 1,000 R&D points to save it for next season, even though I'm not doing another season, but still. We're going to move now into the Brazilian Grand Prix. We've got the front wing gurney flap that is on the car, ready for the race as well. So we're upgrading even more because for some reason I just keep doing it. And there you go. We're all done now for upgrades on this car. And we've got one more race to go, which is the Brazilian Grand Prix, in which I'll start last for that Grand Prix as well, because why not? But guys, if you have enjoyed today's video, like I said, feel free to drop it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here as well. And I'll catch you guys for the final episode next week. Take care all. Peace.